Hello, you're learning English on Learning Shame. Today we continue to study IELTS, but this is a giveaway term. I'm gonna give you numerous IELTS recent actual tests, about 29 tests, but then I'm gonna divide them into parts. Each part will have 5 tests. Well, the reason you're gonna find out. Now, if you know what is IELTS recent actual test, just head to the video description, find a link, download together with the instruction, and then do it. Depending on your settings on YouTube, you will find the IELTS recent actual test link on English side or Vietnamese side. But whichever link you click on, you will find Google Drive link to download the file. In each link, you will find a PDF file. This PDF file is composed of the listening test, reading test, and the writing test. And the other thing is the MP3 file. In the MP3 file, it is, well, obviously the audio for the IELTS listening test. You will find part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nevertheless, please bear in mind that these IELTS listening recent actual test is still from the past until 2019, which means that the new format, the format that the example in part 1 will no longer be repeated, is still repeated in this kind of test. But it doesn't matter much, so don't worry, just download it and practice. Now after you have done the listening test with the MP3 file and the PDF file, the next thing you may want to look at is the key and tab script. Based on the key, you know how many correct answer you have for the listening, the reading, and based on that you will have your IELTS band score. The other thing you may want to look at is tape script. The tape script is for the listening. You will know what you missed, you may know how they really pronounce the word, and you may learn a lot of phrases, a lot of collocation they usually use for their speaking, which in turn will help your speaking. And the last thing, which is the reason why I have to divide them into parts, is the explanation. Well, the explanation is, well, when you do the reading, there's an answer, right? In order to know how many sentences you are correct in the reading, you check the key, right? But some people may find it hard to know why that is the answer. The explanation is the reading, and I highlight the part that include the answers. So it is not an easy job to do, so I have to divide them into parts. Well, that's it. In the link, you'll find a Google Drive which have the PDF, MP3, key, TypeScript, explanation, and the explanation. Well, if you don't know what is IELTS recent actual test, continue to listen. Now, what is IELTS recent actual test? The IELTS recent actual test is, well, the test that have the listening, the reading, the writing, the speaking of the real one. So there are some people, after they take the test, they find out on the internet and they know where the sources are. They share with the public. And then there's another group of people, they make a compilation of that, and we have IELTS recent actual test. Another thing you should remember about the IELTS recent actual test, it is current. What do we mean by current? It just has been used in a test. It doesn't mean that it will never come again, no. I used to think that the IELTS test should come once and then they will have a new one, but that is not the case. So in order to ensure the quality of the test, they have to control the test. And in order to do that, it takes time. That's why the test is reused once in a while. This means that if you have the time, the patience, try to finish every test in every part of this series IELTS recent actual test. You may see some of those in the future. Now, and the last thing, how to use this test. Well, of course, we have to first download it and then do it. But if you do like that, you will do nothing except for get yourself used to the test, which is a great thing, but that is not enough. You should learn from a test. What can you learn from a test? For the listening, you should do the test first in order to finish every questions in the IELTS listening. Don't stop if you miss anything. If you miss anything, just continue to listen. Don't feel, I can do it, let's stop and listen it again. Don't do that. Just listen straight on, one time, and then do the answer. After that, after you listen once, if you want to, try to listen again and see if you can make any more correct answers. After that, don't continue to listen for the third or fourth time. In my opinion, it doesn't do you much help. Alternatively, use the tape strip. Listening with the tape strip, find out how the words the phrase is pronounced. Find out how the answer is what it is. And after that, learn a new collocation, new phrases, and maybe you'll find some interesting idiomatic phrases. As for our reading, it's pretty much the same as the listening. First you have to do it, but try to do it in only 60 minutes. Do it carefully and slowly. Don't care about the time. After 60 minutes, check all of your answers to see how many correct answers you have. Note it down and then continue to do it. Continue to do the test without counting the time. Well, to do this, you will practice your logical thinking and help yourself get used to the stress of the IELTS reading test. Don't count the time right away because it will make you very stressful. Alright, after you do the test, you check and continue to do it. After that, try to learn the logic. What do we mean by the logic? Well, you may want to check the key, find out what the answer is, try to look back why the answer is what it is. And then, well, you may learn their logic, the Western logic. And finally, learn the new vocabulary. But don't learn everything, just learn the word that may appeal to you. Okay? Don't learn some terminology, it's kinda useless in my opinion. But if you have time, you can learn it. What the hell? And finally, for the writing, again, it's relatively the same with the reading and the listening. First do it, but only in 60 minutes, and then check it. After that, continue doing in different ink if you can, in different color ink if you can. And then after you finish everything, try to Google for modals and phrases and collocation to make it better. Take note of all the phrases you have, and then learn it. Okay, so this is how I suggest doing the IELTS recent actual test. You can do it your way, but you may as well try this way. There's no harm doing it, right? Alright, so before you do the IELTS recent actual test, there are 3 things I think you should remember. You may want to download the IELTS answer sheet to make it as authentic as possible for the IELTS test. And please remember, practice makes perfect. Try to do as many tests as you can. And finally, haste makes waste. Don't just do the test. Try to learn from the test. There are many ways to learn from the test. It's up to you, but you can use my recommendation. Remember, don't just do the test, try to learn from them. Alright, now it's time for you to head to the video description, find a link, download the file, and if you can, please don't have the test printed. Save the environment, save papers, save the environment, save yourself, save your younger generation. Don't print it. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I would like to tell you about. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope I can see you in the second part of this test. In the second part, I will give you another 5 tests, hopefully with even more careful reading explanation. Thank you for watching these videos. Again, bye!